The goon is in the house. Yes, he is. It's only I can be. Lot going on. Trying to set this up so I can give you all the maximum experience of my wisdom. Yes, indeed. I'll just take it off the charger for now because I don't know how to say. Now, appreciate you all for being here. I'm going to make this bed up. The Giz is in the house. She's excited. Good to be with y'all. I planned on tapping in a little bit later. However, I wanted to break some things down. So we'll see who we get in here before I give you all the benefit of my infinite wisdom. You know what I'm saying? There's so much that I've learned over the years, y'all. And that's why I give y'all this stuff. I give it to y'all because it's not mine to keep. And there lies that. I had someone, they left. That's okay. They have a right to listen and consume the content that they think that is best beneficial for them. My content is not for everyone. And that I understand. I do hope that someone can gain something from my content, because that is what the hope is. Someone can always gain something from what I have to say. So we'll see if I'm able to help someone today navigate this world in a much better way that is conducive to productivity and longevity, because that is my ultimate wish, to help and see my people to a better end. And I won't ever stop championing that cause. And regardless to what anyone thinks or does not think, that is my main mission, my core value. Yes. Yes, pumpkin. Yes. So, therein lies that. And I appreciate, got two of y'all in here. Peace. Appreciate y'all. It's my chat song. Last time okay, good. What are you doing to your kid, Diddy? You funny, man. I don't do nothing to my baby. I love my daughter, man. I would never do anything to hurt her, and you shouldn't either. I've been taking care of my daughter since she was a baby. She has had no one. And that's exactly what the topic of today is. Shout out to y'all for being in here. 23 of y'all. Y'all hit the like button for the kid. I'd appreciate it. I want to talk to y'all about accountability. I really want to talk to y'all about you blaming everybody, but you blame yourself. I want to say this for you all who are not familiar with me. I've had my daughter ever since she was born, from the first day she came out until today. And initially, this was not my plan. I was living a much different life. I was in the streets, and I saw my life taking a different turn. However, when she was born, I had to make some decisions, and my decisions and choices led me here. You know what I'm saying? In order to figure things out, in order to stabilize my life and to get on a proper track, so that way I wouldn't put myself in line for, to be in line with the police, right? And so, in doing that, I had to make a series of choices. Now, I want to say something to you all that's important, because I'm hearing a lot of blaming. There's a lot of people that blame people. There's a lot of blaming. Men blaming women, women blaming men. A lot of this, right? A lot of it's your fault, it's her fault, it's my fault. And my question is, what role did you play, right? For the three of y'all that's in here, my question is, what role did you play? Now, her mother has not been around since she's been born, through a series of poor choices by her. However, before that came about, before she was born, I had choices, right? And what was I doing with my choices? I was having unprotected intercourse with a woman whom was not my wife and I had no intention of being with. And I didn't think, and I had seen signs that she was not mother material, right? And yet I continued to make that choice to be with her again and again and again, right? This is the product of those choices. Now, it would be easy for me, shout out to the four of y'all. Y'all hit the like button for the goon. I appreciate it. It would be easy for me, shout out to Lady Fine. Appreciate you. Hey, what's going on? It would be easy for me to, very, very easy for me to blame someone, to point the finger at someone other than myself, to say, hey, she is a terrible mother. She left and she did it. She. How does that help my situation currently? How does that help my daughter in the future? And now, what good is it of me to continuously point the finger at someone else rather than look at my own decisions? A man does not come to the almshouse or the pathway of tyranny by the gate of fate, by the way of fate nor circumstance, but by the pathway of groveling thoughts and base desires. This is facts. And so what I want to say is, because people have often asked me, where's her mother? And as you all know, I don't speak ill about her mother because, number one, her mother suffers from issues and that are beyond me. And number two, what good is it going to do to serve me? What good does it serve me to speak ill of her? What does it benefit me? And how does it help to speak ill of the woman whom gave me a child and then did not drag me through court, did not use the system and weaponize the system against me, right? And basically stayed out the way. Now, what is it the best circumstance? No, right? However, it is what I make it. And I have respect in that regard for her not dragging me through the system. And what I want to say is this. It's always easy to do this. When are we doing this? Right? And once again, I made a series of choices. She didn't force me to be with her. I wasn't with her under duress. Right? So what I'm going to do, dog her mother, right? And where does that get me? And so my main thing, hey Amanda, I appreciate you. Thank you for being here, Amanda. Thank you. Hello. Amanda, I don't know if you new to my channel. I appreciate you hit the like and subscribe button. I'm talking about my accountability for being a father to my daughter since she was born without the assistance of her mother. And how, once again, it was my decisions that led me here. It was not, yes, it's not a perfect situation, but however, I would never blame anyone else other than myself. And because I see a lot of finger pointing, right? This is somebody else's fault. Somebody else's fault. I don't think that will get me anywhere. And I don't see how that serves my circumstances. Yes, it's not. Yes, it's very hard. It is very taxing mentally and physically because she doesn't really sleep much. The gizmo is asleep. The gizmo is awake a lot. And it's been this has been probably one of the most trying things that I've ever been involved in my life. However, the Creator knows that I'm bent for. Hi, Pumpkin. And so I could easily continue to look outward, but once again, where's the accountability? That's the name. So that's why I wanted to make this a topic for today. Initially, I had something else planned. However, I thought it important to be able to highlight and be able to pinpoint exactly what I did. And I do that for me. No spitting, Pumpkin. Don't do that. That's not ladylike. You better stop it. I do that for me because if I do that, then I can adjust and I can self-correct. I cannot self-correct other people. I mean, one would hope someone else could, but unfortunately, we have very little control over others' behavior. What I can do is control myself. And so I struggle daily with the care and concern of my daughter because it's so serious to me, and knowing that at any point in time when you're operating without the net of another human being, that family members, and you know what I'm saying, like a village, one has to think things through, right? And so what I want to do today is because here's the thing about the internet. The internet is full of corny people, a bunch of phonies and wannabes, men and women who will say just about anything to get attention. They have no guts. They have no really true core beliefs. They're only loyal to $1. And the thing about being loyal to that is that once you decide to sell out for it, you can never ever truly be counted on, and you easily mistaken. You easily taken. You're a ship with no compass. And I'll never be that type of person. Never. You can't buy me. I'm not for sale. Uh-oh, I almost had that. I saw it falling too. That's what today's message is about. You want some? You want some more? I might have to feed her, y'all, because well, you just ate, Pumpkin. You still hungry? Well, she's getting older, so I know that she's eating a lot more, which only makes sense. But a lot of times her feedings are coming a lot more closer together, and so I'm still trying to navigate what that looks like on a macro level. You know what I'm saying? And being able to be consistent with that so that she gets the nutrition that she needs. And she's so silly, it's something else. So, matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to tend to her, and because I'm not gonna be able to finish this message until I know that she is 100% okay. And right now she want to be silly. You better stop being silly. Yeah, whatever. So there's that. I want you all to take that message, right? Stop it. And especially for men, because it's very, very unbecoming of a man, you know what I mean, to be the type of person. You know, women and men are never going to be judged by the same standard, and that's the way it should be. You know what I'm saying? Men should be judged by a different standard, right? And if you're not willing to accept that as a man, then you need to stand up and look at the front of your drawers. You know what I'm saying? You might be missing a flap. You know what I mean? Like, I'm dead serious. So you shouldn't ever be a man who, oh, well, a woman did this, so I did this. Bro, that is an argument that is doomed to fail every single time. And as well it should. if you don't understand that being a man comes with a responsibility, and it comes with a level of accountability. I've said this before, and I did a video on it. Accountability is for men. It isn't for women. A woman, if she's virtuous and honest and helpful, she can have a great life. You know what I'm saying? But what role? But if a man is not accountable to his God, to his people, the people that matter to him, what good is he? If he's a guy who always shirks blame and responsibility to someone else, how does that serve him? How can his life be? How can a woman rest in her? Okay, I apologize. I'm my homeboy. He wanna tell me about something that ain't my business, and I'm not interested in hearing. I've told him about that, so I don't want to continue to talk about that. My whole point for today's brief message, I only been online 16 minutes, is to be able to give people that, and to be able to, when you hear someone blaming anyone other than themselves for the circumstance that they currently find themselves in, ask them this. Okay, that's fine. What role did you play? And that's what you, and if they can't give you, if they're unable to give you justification or reason for that, and it's always someone else, that's a person who you probably don't want to be listening to, who you probably don't want to be friends with, because those habits rapidly quickly habits quickly crystallize into habits, and habits solidify circumstances. So if you're around someone and this is what they do, well, and you're with them enough, well, what do you think you're gonna do? At some point in time, you're going to take on those same traits. It's inevitable. You cannot escape it, right? You cannot escape it. And if you don't, I got 5 of y'all in here. What's up with them likes, man? I only got 1 like. Dang, man. Straight up. Y'all see me giving y'all that real? Hit the like button for the kid. I appreciate it. Don't cost nothing. You know what I'm saying? My little likes up. I appreciate y'all. You know, this is just facts. And the sooner you understand these things, better off you will be. Shout out to Fancy for being in the house. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Habits solidify circumstances. Circumstances create a man's destiny. What are you going to do when the chips are down? Right? What are you going to do when the chips are down and you have to perform? Blaming someone else? Blaming her mother? Blaming... How does that help? And that's my major point. Yeah, it may feel good to point the finger at someone else and say, yes, someone else didn't do this. Someone else did it. But once again, I made a series of choices. She didn't get pregnant on her own, right? She didn't force me, right? This is my daughter, my seed, right? Through DNA test as well, which I always suggest that man get a DNA test. You know what I'm saying? Mama's babies, papa's babies. You know what I'm saying? But 99.99993, this is my seed. For as rambunctious and silly, and I always tell people that she don't listen to me, which she should. She's my seed, y'all. So where's my accountability in that process? Where do I belong? And that's my major point to people this afternoon. Make sure y'all taking accountability for the decisions that you make. Stop looking to other people. And like I said, once again, my channel is mainly for masculinity of men and so forth and so on. Y'all know that I believe communities are built with by men. You know what I'm saying? And it trickles down to the women then supporting their men because they feel protected. And then they teach our children because our children are the first teachers, right? Shout out to Fancy's in the house. Let's see. I see your title. I take responsibility for every action I make in my life. Well, Fancy, this is why you are a rare individual indeed, because that is not a normal thing. That is not something that normally happens. That's just not, for lack of a better word, it's very unlike today, because everyone is told it's someone else's fault. And when you continuously do that, that's why you continuously will err, because, hey, why would you not? Because it's his fault. He did it. That's why Fancy, when I went to prison, I never blamed, I never told on anyone else. I was involved in those behaviors. I was involved in crime. I was involved. So now, because things didn't go as planned and someone else told me, so when I'm, hey, well, don't look at me, look at him. And it's not a street thing. It's not a thing about necessarily being from the street or not. It's just a thing about being a man. It's not even a street, because the street guys do more telling than anybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even about that. It's just about being able to say, hey, I'm here because of the choices that I made. So what I'm not gonna do is drag another man in my mix. You know what I mean? I done got caught. Hey, bro, we caught. Come on out. Hey, they got us. No, they got me. Right? I knew what I was doing. I knew that I was a part of something that could go left. And yet I took the chance. Things didn't work out. And now I want to get everybody else in trouble because of the decisions that I made. So now I'm looking for the easy way out. So not only have they defeated me, but they locked me up. But they broke. You what, baby? You want the brush? You don't even know. She's crying for a brush, y'all. She don't even know. What are you gonna do with it? Now what? What's your plan now? Did you think it through? You don't even know. See, you confused. The gizmo's confused. She don't even know what she wanted for. No, that is not what you put in. No. She don't listen. So this is why I bring you all this. This is why I bring you all this. Let's see. Shout out to 007. What's the plan, baby? I don't know what you mean. 007 is that for the baby? What's the plan with the baby? Text that to me again. And gives the girl, hey, what's up, Nalanda? Appreciate you thank you for being in here. Talking about accountability. You know what I'm saying? And why I don't blame her mother, you know what I'm saying, or anybody else for the circumstance that I currently find myself in. I don't see how that can be productive, and I don't like that. And I don't like when men do that. If something happened, I won't particularly get into that, but it was something that really bothered me that I saw from another man. I'm like, bro, that's probably not the best look. LOL for the baby. Oh, what's the plan for the baby? Oh, well, that's a great question. Well, Debbie, thank you. Well, what's the plan for the kids? Well, first thing first, you know what I'm saying? We're securing housing, and that's very, very soon, over the next couple days, right? May the Creator bless that. And then to create stability, and then I plan to get this other. I'm looking at these other opportunities with these with the school. I really want to get a skilled trade, Debbie. That's something that's really. I think that a man with no pumpkin. I'm not giving it to you. No, I really want to get a skilled trade because that's where a man with felons. That's the one thing. That's the one thing he can do is get a skilled trade, and that right there will lead to other opportunities. You know what I mean? Because I'm not really good at much as far as like nothing I can put on paper anyway, you know what I'm saying, or put on a resume. So, and I haven't really had a lot of jobs and things of that nature. I spent a lot of time in cages and, you know, holes and very, very dark places. So, didn't really learn much, but I read a lot of books. And so I would try to retain as much information as I possibly could in order to sharpen myself for opportunities when they do come. So, but in truth, I would like to get certification. You know what I'm saying? They probably learn a skilled trade and then take that skilled trade and then leverage that, you know what I'm saying, into a opportunity. And then, you know, because I always have an entrepreneurial mindset, because I have an ownership mindset, and I don't like working for other people. I don't. And and that's just the bottom line to that. I believe in owning things, and I like to push black owners. Like, I'm talking about real autonomy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the key to getting opportunities, being able to open up doors for other people because you said so. And I'd like to be able to put other people in position. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so that's what's up. It all starts with attitude and definite, and you definitely got that. Well, thank you, 007. I appreciate that. Yes, it's definitely a mindset. I've had it for quite some time, and you know, and the thing about it is, I always quite known what to do. That, like I said, I had other plans, but my plans and the creator plans didn't quite line up. He had another plan, and once I knew that she had to be a priority in my life, I realized that I could not take the same chances that I used to take, because at one point I didn't care. It didn't make me. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I ain't never been scared of the police. I've never been one of them guys who cower when the police come, or the white man coming and let me put my hands in my pocket and all that. Or I'm getting out. And listen, I would catch assault and batteries on staff when I was in jail. I knocked one guard tooth out because he told me I couldn't get an extra tray. Pumpkin, what did you do that for? I was hungry in the mother, y'all. I'm gonna tell that story one day. You know, there was that. You know, well, I didn't knock his whole tooth out. I chipped his tooth, as a matter of fact. I didn't knock his whole tooth. I chipped his tooth. But, you know, it's a piece of portion of it. And then, you know, one guard, you know what I'm saying, you know, told me to take my towel down. I didn't roll like that. I'm not one of them guys who get in jail and, you know what I'm saying, and all of a sudden you want to do right. You trying to stay out of trouble, but yet you could have did that out here and did everything. You could have got 2 jobs. You could have worked at Taco Bell and McDonald's. You could have worked 60 hours a week. You know what I'm saying? And you could have stacked your bread. You could have done that out here. But you would go in the white folks jail and you'll work for 20 cents an hour. Man, get your pump. Watch your mouth. That to me is some of the weakest stuff y'all ever. You a street thug, you a stone cold criminal out here, gangbanging. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You are the scourge of your own community. You won't listen. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You won't work. You won't. Hey, listen, it's all fun and games. Then them white folk get their hands on you. Where's that same gusto at? What happened to that there? I thought you was a tough guy. I thought that, Pumpkin. Stop, Pumpkin. Don't hit me. Don't hit your father. Somebody tell Gizmo don't hit her father. So, you know what I mean? And that's my issue, y'all. If you really cut like that, you should be cut like that under all circumstances. You see what I'm saying? And I know for you all who've never been in that, I need y'all to understand how serious that is. You won't work for $12 an hour, but you will work to keep your freedom, but you will work for 20 cents an hour to get out your cell. Man, gotta keep this that part. See, if you like that, then you like that. You're not picking into y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was crashing out. No, like listen, all that trying to man, listen. No, not me. Hey, you better slow down. See, y'all, this is what I'm saying. I know she don't listen to me. And this is why I'm going to start whooping. Listen, I really want to whoop her, y'all, but I'm scared. I can't do. I talk that junk, y'all, but it's the thing. I can't even whoop her. I can't even really truly discipline her because my hands are too short. She's a girl, so everything, like, I can only threaten. You better listen. So she takes me as a joke. And so, but that's what I'm saying, y'all. So that's my whole point, y'all. That's my major point. If you like that, you should be like that, period. Don't go, keep your freedom, and do what's right out here so you don't have to be in those places. But don't go in there and all of a sudden you don't want to go, oh man, I'm trying to stay out the hole. Oh man, I'm trying to, do what's right. What? Like, I'm confused. Help me out here. And so I don't know how I got on this particular topic, y'all, because sometimes I go down these rabbit holes. Anybody that's new to my channel know that. Greet from Germany. Joe. What's up, Joe? Greet from Germany. Man, what's up, brother? Hey, you want to know something, Joe? In truth, I was never in Germany, but I was in Prague. And so I met a few Germans, and I love German food. I like a schnitzel. What you know about that? What you know about that, Joe? I like a schnitzel, and I noticed that there's a difference between American ones and the ones that are made in Germany. I like those better. Right, and I do like, you know what I'm saying, I do like German food. Shout out to you, Joel. I had some really good food while I was over in Prague. And thank you for being here, Joel. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. And you know what I mean? I really talk, you probably new to my channel, Joel, but I really kick it a lot about masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Especially, particularly black men and masculinity. That's very important to me. If another man can get something from it, that's great. But because black men in America at the bottom of the socioeconomic totem pole, I try to focus on that specifically because that's where my efforts are. However, if another man can get something from it, and I think there is something to be gotten from what I have to say, then that's great. You know what I'm saying? So I do appreciate that. This is my daughter, the Gizmo, and she is the world's most cantankerous baby. So she's this close to get. She don't. So, you know what I mean? Joel, are you a father? You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate you. But 007, you're right. You definitely got to keep that same energy. 007 is absolutely right. You have too many men who and it makes you look. You go in there and make those people's job easy, but you won't stay out here in order to keep your freedom, in order to put yourself in business. I got 2% left on my battery, so I'm going to get up out of here. Gizmo, come here. Come here. Come to daddy. Come here. Come to your daddy. Come here, pumpkin. Come here, pumpkin. Thank you. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you. Thank y'all for being with Gizmo and the Goon. Make sure you like and subscribe button. Also, don't forget to drop a comment. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back with more content. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, I don't know how these things are going to go or don't go. But I just always tap in because that's really what I do. I don't really have a plan with these things. I just kind of give them out as I see. Shout out to you, 007. Appreciate you. Thank you for being in here. Make sure y'all hit the like, subscribe. But y'all remember what I said about that accountability. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very, very important. And I don't think you as a man can get anywhere, 007, you know what I'm saying, without it. A lot of times it's better to just take it. And a lot of times you may believe like, wait a minute, this ain't my fault. Take it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Take it anyway because there's a seed there's a seed of truth to it, even if it really wasn't your fault. You know what I'm saying? You can get something from it, I promise. And if nothing else, it will build your character and it will help you in the long run. And that's what's up. Awesome sitting, so be it. See you later, guys.